Everybody is familiar with the story of Yaakov stealing the brachot from Esav. However, if you look closely at the brachot themselves and the blessings that Yitzchak gives to his children, the whole fight seems kind of not to make so much sense. Let's take a closer look. Esav is told by Yitzchak to go out to find some food, bring it back to him, and he's going to give him a blessing. Rivka, the twins' mother, decides, you know what? Esav is not the right person to receive the bracha, so she turns to Yaakov and tells him, go and pretend to be Esav, your brother, and take the bracha before he gets back. Yaakov goes in, he asks his father does his little test to see that really if he's Esav. He comes to the conclusion, Akol kol Yaakov, Yadayim Yedei Esav, and he gives him the bracha. The bracha that he gives him is, Veitnu lecha Elohim mitala shamayim ushmanei haaretz. That Elohim will give you, that God will give you from the fat of the land and the dew of the earth. Afterwards, he leaves, Esav returns back and comes in and says, Abba, I'm here, please give me a bracha. Yitzchak turns to his son Esav and says, what are you talking about? I don't get it. Somebody took your bracha already. Now Esav is very angry. He yells and screams. He turns to his father and says, Abba, do you have any other bracha? Yitzchak says, I'm sorry, there's nothing else. I already gave the bracha away. So it seems like there's one-time deal. You give the bracha, that's it. Esav can't get another bracha. Esav persists and asks Yitzchak to please give him a bracha himself. Yitzchak then turns to him and gives him a bracha, and what you would expect is that Esav would get a different bracha, his own unique bracha. However, if you look closely at the words, the brachot that Esav received and that Yaakov received are almost identical. So why is Esav so mad about the bracha that it seemingly Yaakov took? He practically gets the same bracha. It says, Yulecha, you will have mitala shamayim ushmanei haaretz. Also, you will have the dew of the land and the fat of the earth. Why is Esav angry about this? The Sfat Emet points out that if you look closely at the brachot, there is one difference between the bracha that Esav got and the bracha that Yaakov got. Yaakov was told that he will receive from Hashem, Iten lecha Elokim, the fat of the land and the dew of the heavens. That's very different from what Esav was told. Esav was told, you will have the fat of the land and the dew of the heavens. There's a very big difference between Elokim giving us, God giving us, and us having. That's the difference between receiving a material life which is connected to something greater, to something spiritual, to something more, and a material life that is disconnected. It's having as opposed to receiving. The material world is not a negative thing. We don't look at the fat of the land as something that we shouldn't have. Even the spiritual bracha that Yaakov got includes material wealth. However, materialism that is minutak, that is separate from the spiritual world, that's something that we're very wary of. Whether or not it's a religious way of life that removes oneself from the physical world, which removes oneself from the reason that we're here in the world, or a material life that removes itself from spiritual. Having the spiritual disconnected from the material world is something that's very, very dangerous. It's something that removes oneself from both being fitted on the ground, being able to help others, being able to be in the world that God created, and not being able to connect to Hashem in order to fulfill the purpose of why this world is here. What Yaakov got was that precise connection. Ve'iten lecha, God will give you mitala shamayim ushmanei haaretz, where we see all our material wealth as something that was received from Elohim, from Hashem, as opposed to something that is separate and something that we have to live in two worlds in order to create some sort of spiritual high. This is the message that Yaakov receives from his father Yitzchak, and the message that he passes on for the next few parshiot to his children. Shabbat Shalom.